It's that time of year when I start thinking about the woodland management. Took quite a few trees down in this area last winter. Some nice signs of regrowth. A lot of the stumps are starting to regrow, the sycamore, the ash, even the silver birch have got sprouts. There's a few small sycamore and oak growing up. So maybe today just to get the saw out, make sure it's working. It's a bit windy, so I'm not planning on felling any trees today unless the wind dies down. So I'm going to get changed, get the chainsaw out, and hopefully it's going to start up. This isn't a great specimen of a sycamore tree, this. It's split off into two, so it's never going to produce good timber. And again, it's blocking a lot of light in this area here, so this will unfortunately have to come down. That fell quite nice actually. One of the most perfect of cuts. But it fell just where I wanted to. Might make cutting a little bit awkward. It's raised. But it only hit one tree. And that was a little hazel tree which was going to come, it was coming out anyway as a dead branch. All the wood's sorted. I've cut it all up, stacked it into brash piles, some piles to dry for fuel for next year, and so I've just left to rot. One big piece I've just left on the ground, and that'll rot down and make habitat for insects and fungus. Just one more job to do now, and that's to take down a dead tree near my camp. Again, I'll just let that fall and rot where it stands. There were some overhanging branches at the back, just made the wood sit down on the saw. I should have put a wedge in earlier, but putting a wedge in there and hitting it in there just toppled it over right into the position I wanted. So I'm just going to trim that down and leave that to rot. It's pretty dead anyway. I've just tidied it up, taken a few sections off the bottom. So I can use the seats around camp. But the rest will just rot down. It was a bit dangerous, a bit of dead wood standing so close to camp. It never would have fallen down, but it might have eventually lost some limbs and branches off the top. That's me done for today. Yeah, a few more trees to take down this season. But I'm enjoying it. Again, learning new skills, brushing up on old skills. It's tiring. I've opened this area up, taken a lot of trees out. It's only a small area in comparison to the rest of the wood. It's enough to let the light in, let some plants grow and some regeneration, some new trees grow throughout. We'll also plant some new species, silver birch and lime, maybe some fruit trees. But nice to have a little clearing in the middle of the forest. A lot of the wood I've got stacked, drying. I'll chop this up, use it for fuel for heating the house. But the remaining wood I'm just going to let it to rot. I've also opened this section up as well. I want to take advantage of the natural light already in by the two paths crossing. I've taken a few ash trees and sycamore trees down. It's left quite a few hazel just underneath, which will take advantage of the light and hopefully shoot up. This is hazel. This is a few years old, but all the small stuff's from last year. Cut this down last year, and see how quickly it grows. The deer have come, nipped the ends off. I might fence some off, but they'll still grow. This is this year's sycamore, and I'll chop this up, leave it for a year or two. This will make brilliant firewood. But this is last year's. It's starting to rot down a little. I'm tempted to leave it. Nice habitat pile. What I have got in this wood, lots of hazel. But unfortunately some of it's getting a bit old. It can't stand its own weight, so it leans over, snaps, then rot sets in and it kills the tree. So the idea is to cut it back down to ground level. That way it regrows and prolongs the life of the tree. But the only thing is, in this woodland, it's quite dense here. In the summers, very little light. So I'm worried they won't regrow properly. So I think my next job ought to be just thin a few of these trees out around here and get some of this hazel into cycle again. So every 7 years you cut it down. I mean, it's good for the woodland then, it lets more light in, so lots more plants grow. Again, more trees can regenerate in the light. It helps with biodiversity. So the idea is, by taking a few of these medium-sized sycamore out, let more light in for the hazel, and turn this little patch into a hazel coppice. Got a few nice little hazel stands which are growing a bit too old, which should, the extra light, vigorously grow up into nice straight poles. That's been a good afternoon's work. Managed to get 5 or 6 hazel stands down. 2 or 3 of them nice fair size. Left 2 piles, one of rotten wood, one of nice sturdy straight pieces for some building work. In the end, I only had to take 2 sycamore trees down, both medium-sized trees. They both got hung up. They came down, I think, more luck than skill. It's left just about the right size hole in the canopy. So in the summer, enough light will get down and help to get the hazel to sprout and regrow.